Hey guys, Mike is out on vacation this week, so I'm filling in and doing our Facebook Live videos. My name is Arena, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I personally struggle with, and I know a lot of other people also have issues with. Today, I'd like to talk with you about motivation and how do you get it. We all set goals, whether it be to work to get to work on time, to not eat out this week, or to get all of the laundry folded and put away so it stops gathering wrinkles in the basket. Regardless of what your goal is, completing the goal is where the real struggle lies. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, getting started is the hardest part. Believe it or not, there's actually some science behind this saying. Setting the goal is just a part of the process. Motivation is required to actually accomplish your goal. You can set goals and make plans all you want. Trust me, I'm the queen of planning. But if you lack motivation, it is extremely hard to meet those goals. So this begs the question, if motivation is the key to success, how do you actually get more motivation? Here is where I'm going to get all sciencey on you. According to a study, it was found that motivation is regulated by the nucleus accumbens in the brain. This is a small region in your brain that influences your actions, such as getting up and going to the gym or eating a healthy breakfast instead of grabbing a donut and coffee. The neurotransmitters that filter through your region in your brain strongly influence your decisions. One of the key neurotransmitters for motivation is dopamine. When dopamine is released within the nucleus accumbens, it creates what we know as motivation. It tells our brain to take whatever action is necessary to achieve an objective. So what science has determined is we need dopamine to take action. So let's talk about how we can increase your dopamine levels. Multiple studies have shown that you're more likely to achieve your goal if you have clear implicit motives. Implicit motives are unconscious needs representing preferences in learning and experiences. These motives energize you when you engage in a course of action. So basically, your implicit motives help drive you towards your goal even when you're not motivated to do what you need to do. The three most common implicit motives are power, affiliation, and achievement. Science and psychology shows that everyone is driven by a combination of these motives. However, individuals typically tend to be more driven by one of the three. So let's take a look at each implicit motive and what they mean. First off, power. You typically would find gratification from being in leadership positions. Affiliation may be your main implicit motive if you're happiest when you are with friends and family. And achievement would potentially be your main implicit motive if you enjoy competing and overcoming challenges. Research has shown that if you understand what your main implicit motive is and you use it to help you reach your goal, you'll be more likely to succeed and will likely obtain your goal faster than those who do not understand or utilize their implicit motive. Understanding your main implicit motive can really help you in reaching your goals. Think about it like this. If you're someone that is driven by achievement, you will welcome the chance to earn a new Garmin badge or complete a virtual race. But if you're more driven by affiliation, you're going to be more likely to complete a race that is ran in person with a group of friends than by yourself at home. Implicit motives are all about understanding how to motivate yourself. Now, let's talk about how to identify your main implicit motive. You may be thinking, I know exactly what my implicit motive is, but I will say just give these exercises a try because it's not always what you initially think. So I'm going to walk you through a few visualization exercises. The first one is to think about a situation where you were the main focus. You were the center of attention. This could be giving a speech, it could be presenting a work assignment, or it could just be your birthday. Take a second and find that situation where you were the center of attention. And then I want you to think about the details. What were you wearing? What did the room look like? What did the room feel like? Was it hot or was it cold? How many people were there with you? I want you to note these details and I want you to place yourself back in that situation. And then I want you to think about how that felt. How did you feel in that situation? And how did you feel right now just thinking about that situation? Did you get nervous or anxious? Were you happy and energized? Did you feel confident or excited? If you feel proud, happy, energized, confident, or excited, this is a sign that you're driven by power and your main implicit motive is probably power. If you felt neutral or felt nothing, If you felt anxious or nervous or upset, you're probably not driven by power. So let's try another visualization exercise. This time I want you to picture yourself taking a very challenging exercise class. Maybe it is that spin class that you've always wanted to try but never thought you could do it. Or maybe it's a CrossFit class because you love lifting. Or if you can't think of an exercise class that you really want to try, you can also use an extremely hard deadline that you had to meet at work. Go ahead and pick a situation. Again, focus on the details. What were you wearing? What did the room look like? What did the room feel like? How many people were there with you? And then think about how you feel. Are you nervous, energized, anxious, happy? If you felt energized, happy, or confident, you're probably driven by achievement. If you did not feel any of these things or you felt nothing, you may be driven by affiliation. So we're going to do one more visualization exercise. But first, I know I'm going through these exercises pretty quickly right now. So I am going to put a link to our blog where I will have these instructions written out for you. Please grab that link and use those instructions to go through these exercises on your own and take your time. It's actually really good to do these exercises about 3 times. Think about how you feel and make sure to pay attention to what excites you. Okay, getting back to the last exercise here. So I want you to think about one time where you were going to meet new people. It could be a networking event for work, or it could be a party where you knew that there was going to be new people there that you wouldn't know. Again, how does this make you feel? Are you excited? Are you energized? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Or does it not affect you at all? If this makes you excited, you are probably driven by affiliation. So what does all of this mean? Going back to the beginning of what I was talking about, the nucleus accumbens in the brain influences the actions that we take. When dopamine is released into the nucleus accumbens, it creates motivation. Dopamine spikes whenever something goes better than expected or you receive an unexpected reward. So when you have a dopamine spike, your brain says, hey, I need to figure out how to get more of this feeling. By understanding and utilizing your main implicit motive, you will be able to trick your brain into enjoying the things that you need to do. This means that you're more likely to meet your goals and more likely to stay the course. Each time you do things that you know will bring you closer to your goal, your body releases more dopamine, thus creating more motivation. Understanding your main implicit motive can help you be more successful in reaching your goals. We're going to go into some more detail on Thursday and talk about a method that you can use to help stay accountable. So tune in at 1 p.m. on Thursday for more information. Again, just as a reminder, I'm going to put the link to our blog in the comments in case you'd like written instructions on how to do the visualization exercises. And one last thing, if you're like me and you're working on losing weight, we have a great program that we put together. I'm going to include the link for our free ebook in the comments, and if you get a chance, go ahead and take a look at that. Until next time, stay healthy, power your life, and keep moving forward.